welcome back to the Zombie Tactics channel. Today we're doing part 8 of food prep for the lazy, late, and cheap. We've moved into a phase where we're talking about our intermediate food needs during a disaster or a social breakdown or something like that. Now our basic food kit, our 72-hour food kit, that was just for real short-term needs, maybe going up to about 2 weeks in time. And so we're moving into a phase now where it's been 2 weeks into a disaster. What do we kind of want to have on hand, and what are the principles that we need to follow? We talked a little bit about the principles in the last video for intermediate food needs, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how to apply those and what kinds of products to look at that are a good value that you can begin setting back right away that won't break the bank on you and are easy on top. It's lazy, it's late, it's cheap, okay? Well, when we start moving into our intermediate storage needs, one of the things we need to worry about is it needs to be light. We need to be able to take it with us, because we may very well be at a stage where we're getting in the van, we're getting in the truck, we're getting in the whatever, and we're going to get out of town and we're going to go someplace else. But we don't necessarily want to give up the idea of having food that is easy to prepare. Well, where that leaves us is with freeze-dried or dehydrated packaged foods. Now, immediately what most people will go to is something like the Mountain House product. And the Mountain House product is very good. It's nutritionally complete. There's nothing weird about it in the way that it's created. All you need is water, hot water, to make these kinds of things. And for what they are a good value. I do use the Mountain House product as a part of my food prep whenever I can find it on sale. And on sale is a big deal, because one problem with the Mountain House product is that I think that it is a little bit on the expensive side. That's not necessarily fitting in with the cheap part of our lazy, late, and cheap. So if you can find it on sale and it fits within your budget, that's great. It's nice to have all your eggs not in one basket. So we use that as a part of our mix. But for lazy, late, and cheap, what I really think you want to concentrate on in this intermediate stage is food that is still easy to prepare, and it's still completely packaged as a food product. It's not like raw wheat, raw rice, raw grains, raw whatever. It's something that you can still prepare pretty easily, and that's because you're moving into a phase where you're still not home, or you're still not settled, or things are still not settled. And for that, I don't think you can beat these kind of food bucket products, like what I'm showing here right now. We'll talk about this in a second. And the reason why you can't beat them is because they usually involve having completely packaged food, like hearty potato soup, chicken vegetable stew. There's a cheddar cheese sauce that goes with the pasta that's in here. There's a whey milk product, a chocolate milk product. There's a breakfast drink. There's Alfredo sauce. There's instant potatoes, hash browns, and all of this. And I'm looking at what is a product that's made by a company called Chef's Banquet, which I think is the best value of all of the food bucket products. It does come in a bucket like this, and they've also got a slightly different round bucket that they sell as well. This is available through a company called the Ready Project. I'll be sticking a link in the video notes. And the reason why this particular product is such a good product is a bucket like this, depending upon how you buy it, you're going to buy this for somewhere around $100, maybe a little bit less than that. And that's a month's worth of food, 2,000 calories per day for one person. Hang with me if that sounds like a lot of money. Keep in mind, this is a varied diet. We've got chicken vegetable, hearty potato soup, beef vegetable stew, cheddar broccoli soup, instant potatoes, Alfredo sauce, an orange drink, whey milk, chocolate milk, hash browns, pasta noodles, cheddar sauce. A varied enough menu that you're not going to get totally sick of it. Again, we'll talk about that $100 price in a second. In addition to that, from the same company, Chef's Banquet makes freeze-dried fruit, and they make a freeze-dried vegetable pack as well. That's a great way to kind of mix up what's up in that food bucket there. So for this phase, I think that the Chef's Banquet product is the overall best value. Now, some other good choices, the Wise brand, W-I-S-E, they do make a product that it's somewhere in between, kind of like the packaged stuff that you'd get in the Mountain House and this kind of food bucket product. And it's good stuff. It's good product. I think that it tends to be a little bit pricey, and it's a little bit difficult to come by. So that's the reason I'm not necessarily recommending Wise as much. Now, about the $100 price for this. Oh, by the way, boom, back up. There are other food bucket products out there, and I've checked out a lot of them. There's one that was available on Costco for quite some time, and it's still available now. It's a bucket that supposedly has 275 servings of something in it, and they used to market that as a product that was a month's worth of food. But if you kind of added up all the calories and everything, you found out, geez, I'm not getting anywhere near 2,000 calories a day. I think one of the comments used to be, it's like 1,100 calories a day. That's not good. That's not worth your money, given that it's only slightly less than this. The good thing about that product, though, for those of you who are vegetarians and have asked me about that, is that that product is a completely vegetarian product. So if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, meaning you're going to have to buy probably 2 of those buckets to get you through a month, well, then consider that product on Costco as well. If all of this just sounds way too expensive, if $100 for a food bucket is something that you just can't manage, I'm going to pop up some pictures here for you, because this company, the Ready Project, also has broken down this food kit into 4 smaller buckets, and you can sign up for a plan where they'll send you one of those smaller buckets every month. So every 4 months you will have amassed one complete 30-day kit for one person. So if you're on more of a budget and you want to set up an automatic program like that, that's a great late, lazy, and cheap way to do it. Now, the late part kind of bothers me a little bit, because I do think that as a society we're moving into a phase where things are kind of ramping up. If you can afford to do it, prep faster than that and go ahead and go for this. Keep in mind, this is $100 for a month's worth of food. Now, later on in the series, I'm going to show you how to put together a food bucket like that yourself for far less money, with prepared foods in it that are going to meet those same needs. But that's kind of avoiding the lazy part of the equation. So we're going to do that a little bit later in the series. For now, lazy, late, and cheap, the best way to do it is to get these food buckets from the Ready Project. We'll be back the next time. I'll talk about intermediate needs for water and some ways to mix this up as well, and kind of make it a little bit more palatable from a psychological and a taste bud sense. That's Zombie Tactics for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.